Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most elegant and powerful feature of modern JavaScript, and this is destructuring. If you have ever found yourself writing a repetitive code to extract values from array or object, this feature is going to blow your mind. Destructuring allows us to unpack values from arrays and properties from the object into distinct variable in a clean and readable way. By the end of this video, you will understand how to use data structuring effectively and why it's become a stable in modern JavaScript development. So let's jump right in. Actually, the first question is, what is destructuring? Destructuring is a JavaScript expression that make it possible to extract data from arrays or object into separate variable. Think of it as a unpacking values. Before ES6, we wanted to extract values from an array or object. We had to do it manually, one by one. Destructuring gives us a shortened syntax that's not only cleaner but also more initiative. There are two main types are available. One is the array destructuring, another is the object destructuring. Okay. For array destructuring, extracting value from the array and the object for properties from object. Okay. So the second question is array destructuring basics. Let's say we have an array of colors. Suppose we have a array of color. Const colors equal array. In this array, red, green, blue. Okay. The old way of extracting value would look like this. Suppose const first color would be colors, then 0. This would be the first color. Then second, third, fourth using the 0, 1, 2. Okay. Then console log the value and console log the first color. Okay. So check this. Note this file is 55. Enter. Yeah. You see the first is red. The second one is green. This is the old way. Okay. This one. But these verbose and the repetitive, right? With the array destructuring, we can do this in a single line. Like this is the old way, right? Just comment this. And now the new way is const with the array, then equal from colors. And how do we get from this color? We get like our first color, suppose. First color. Then second color. Okay? Just call it. And now let's see. You see, we get red because we destructure only the first color from this colors variable. I mean colors array. Okay. This code is much cleaner, right? The position matters here. Remember, position matters here. The first variable get the first element, the second variable get the second element, and so on. Okay. Okay. Now the skipping element and the default value. You can skip element by leaving empty space if you want. Just if copy this code, paste it here, just comment it. Okay. Just use empty string, then comma. Sorry, just empty. This empty. And now it's count as a index 2 elements. Okay. I mean the blue. Just console log this, copy. I mean cut this out. Okay. Then remember, you see we get the blue. Why? Because we are using the empty space. That's why. Now, what if the array doesn't have enough elements? We can provide the default value also if we want. Suppose, just think, this is our variable. Okay, second, just cut this. We don't need anymore. Just think this one. Okay, we have a red, green, blue, right? Just use. Suppose we use second, third. Just give it a name with the default value. The default value will be yellow. Okay. Okay. Then the fifth or fourth will be indigo. It's equal, not the clone. Now check the third. Check this one. You see, this third is blue by default. Okay, the fourth is, okay, there is some mistake because this third is still available here. We just skip this part, then use the YOLO. Now check. Now you see the default value already get from here, because default value not, I mean the default elements here is not exist anymore. So we use the third and fourth from here, and it's automatically get. Okay, so same thing also for fourth. Okay, now we can use the res parameter to collect the remaining elements if we want. Just think of it. This is your number, and this is the destructuring. Within this destructure, we already use the patterns. I mean the speed operator. Okay, that means first, second we already use the name, but other just remaining with this speed operator. And from when we use the remaining, it's get this answer. Okay. Also, here is some cool thing. Suppose here is some cool tricks like the swapping variable. This one A B destructuring this A B. Remember A and B. We are destructuring this A B with the B and A. When we are console log this, we get the 20 and 10 because now this A's value is 20, not 10, because we are using this A value is a B value. That's why. So no temporary variable needed here. Okay. Okay, great. This is this of the if you notice these types of variable destructuring, I mean the skip element, this is tricky, and we are using these types of pattern syntax in the future because we oftenly need to use these types of things. Otherwise, sometimes it in the old way it's little bit complicated. So we most of the time we using the modern way. Okay, now let's move to the object. Object structuring extract properties by name, not position. Remember, by name, not position. So this is the object, right? The old way, and I think we know the old way. In the old way we already use like name user dot name is right. But with the object destructuring, this is much cleaner, much cleaner. Just using this, and that's it. Name is email. Remember, when we are using the array for destructuring, we use the third bracket. But when we are using this object, we use the curly bracket. And notice we use the curly braces, right? For this object, the variable name must match the property name. Okay. Okay. Now the remaining and default in object. Sometimes you want to use different variable name. Maybe most of the time, or when we are using the real world project, we use these types of things. Check this code. We have a user, right? Or we already have a user in the top here, right? But here just we call the exact name from this, I mean the exact property name from this user object. And now actually when we are working with the API name or hook, then these types of things happen like name, and we are calling this name as a full name, as a user age. Okay, and these types of things happening oftenly when we are working with the large scale project. Okay, um, that's it. But we can also combine this part if we want. Suppose this code, check the const name equal the full name, email is user email with the no email. When you are using this user email, you get the no email because we set the email as a default, I mean the name as username. This email name as username. That's why when we call the username, it's correct, not showing any error. Okay. Okay, great. Now the REST pattern and nested destructuring. Use the REST pattern with object, not a big things because we already used to it. We know how to using it, right? This one, okay. User. Okay, where is the user? Just console log it, comment it because we don't need it anymore. Just comment it. Okay. Now check when from the user name is and the others details are destructuring with the spread of order. Okay. So when you are console log this part, sometimes maybe yeah, when you are console logging, you get these things. If there is an email country exist, maybe not. We have a yeah, we already have the email and country. See, then we get this from the other details, we get this details information. Okay. Destructuring can go deeper into nested structure if we want. Suppose this one. You see, this is the user. In this user, there is the address. Address is the nested part. This address also has the object. In this object, there is a coordinates, the latitude and the longitude. Right? This is the nested part. From the here, you can use this as a nested destructuring. Name, address, city, coordinate from the latitude and longitude, and you access this part also. You can. There is no issue with this destructuring. Okay. This also a good benefit for the nested destructuring. Okay. Now, one of the most practical use is in functional parameter. Okay, this one. And this is really, really important because we need to use to it, and we actually use to it when we practice more. You see, this is our function, the display user, name, age, email. Remember, we are using this curly braces, right? Curly bracket, and this curly bracket, we use name, age, email. This means this is a destructuring. We destructure this parameter in the parameter field. I mean the functional parameters. Okay, we destructure this field and console log email, age, user. Also, this is a object, right? Object destructuring from user. From user. Just understood. Okay, but you can also destructure array if you want. This one. Check this. This is your array, right? The get coordinates with array destructuring. Did you notice? Then return this array and you get the answer from here. When you are putting the value, I mean the element with this array in this array method, and you get the exact result. Now, okay, now the check these three real world example. First is the API response, second is loop with the destructuring, and the multiple return values. For the API response, you see this part. This is suppose just think this is your API response. Okay, so how to destructure it from this response? Remember, this is a nested, right? That means first is status, second is data. In this data, also a nested, right? That means we also destructure this data. From this data, we destructure this array. Then when we are using this console log this user, we get something here. So for this purpose, just console log comment it maybe somewhere else. Okay, comment. Okay, and other side. Where is the user more? Okay, maybe now it's okay. Let's clear. Note. Okay, something. Okay, we already get the result, but there is something missing. Is the console log? This full name is not available. Okay, no problem. Give me a second. I comment it first. Okay, I already commented. So open your terminal. Run. Okay, you see, with this status, you get it to 200, and then from this user in array with object, we get this information. Okay, from here. Great. This is our first example. Second is loop through. From this loop, we can get the data like this. We have a user, right? We in this with the user, we are using the for each loop and destructuring the name and age and console log this name and age. You get your answer. With the multiple return values, we can also implement it right like this. Create a get min function, and in this function, it accepts numbers, but this number and return with the return statements get the mean as a math means and the max. And when you are destructuring, because in return statement, we include the mean and max. So we destructure this min max, and with the get min max function, we set the array of number. Then we get our expected result from this array because there is a 1 is a smaller, 9 is a max. Okay, great. So that's the destructuring in JavaScript. So let's recap: array destructuring, object destructuring, default value and remaining, reset pattern to collect the remaining items, nested destructuring, function parameter destructuring, with the real world practical example, right? So destructuring make your code cleaner and more readable. Once you start using it, you will wonder how you ever lived without it. Practice this in your own project. Start by refactoring some existing code to use destructure. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment if you have a question. In the next video, we will explore the enhanced object literal and shorten, which pair beautifully with the destructuring. Thanks for watching and happy coding.